how did you get into like Canyon Ranch and doing retreats and things like that?
Let's see. I initially, it's interesting. None of it just came to me.
Right.
Love to
You
say
mean it
that
takes work?
they all just approached me. That's the goal, right? The goal is
Yeah.
that all this works, that others then will say, "Oh, I'm dying to have you teach at my resort or be on my TV show." But usually you have to do a little bit of something first. So
Right.
I had worked at trying to get involved with Rancho La Puerta for a little while. I had first heard about it from someone I met on a plane, actually, who told me about it. And this is where the whole Kismet thing comes in. I think that there are signs everywhere of things, and we just have to be open to listening to them. And that was a sign. It really opened my mind to the idea of trying to do things in a bigger way with resorts. And I went through some colleagues that I knew who had taught there, and they ended up recommending me. And then I started sending emails to the appropriate people. So much is about networking. I really can't emphasize networking enough.
Mm,
That I remember when I was a ballet dancer, I used to think, oh no, everything has to be purely on talent. But that's like as a naive teenager, you
right.
think that that's how the world works. And it's really about working the world. So and even the way that you and I met, I took a workshop of
Right.
yours, and I was just so fascinated by your enthusiasm and your ability to convey information that I thought was so spot on. And I stayed in touch with you, and I was like, I want this person part of my network because I don't know where he's going, but he's going somewhere, and I want to be part of it. And I really admire where he's going. And that's kind of the way I think that a lot of networking works is you stay in touch with people. Not that they're going to help you, but maybe they will help you, but maybe you can help them and you can help each other. It's a communication.
I really appreciate your kind words, and I think that's right on the networking part of it, and just not having to know how that might benefit you or what that might turn into. Just being like, you know what, I trust something about this person or their vision, and that's enough for you to want to put that little effort it takes to stay in touch and see what happens because you don't know. And I've noticed a lot of things like that in my life. Um, yeah, it's just very very wise. So yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, and with the other resorts that you'd asked about, it was a similar situation of finding the contacts that are appropriate at the place that I wanted, like say at Canyon Ranch, and just persistence,
Yeah.
following. People don't get back to you often, and just keep trying. And sometimes it can be annoying. You want to find the line between, or distinguish the line between annoying and harassing.
Right.
And but persistence pays off. And the other thing is a place in Italy that I taught. Another situation where a resort for Pilates and cookery, and it sounded fascinating. I found the appropriate contact, and then your work will speak for itself. So half the time it's just getting getting people to notice you, and then they see, oh, this is so and so, or oh, this is interesting stuff she's doing, or she has an interesting take, and then it's just getting your foot in the door.
That's really well said. And so I love this idea of like you had to keep following up, but I'm guessing, I'm sure, you had to keep it really positive, right? That's what helped you toe that line of not turning people off, being like, hey, this is going to be great, and hey, remember me? I'm so
Yes.
excited. I love you guys and Canyon Ranch or whatever it is. And man, I think it'd be a great fit, and I'd love to just talk to you, and just being really positive but consistent.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Consistency is such an important point. I love that you use that word because it is. It's and we can't do everything. I find times where I wax and wane and I fall away from something, but then have to remind myself, oh, I have to get back on top of that.
right.
And keeping lists and reminders of what are the things that are my targets? What is it that I'm reaching for? And oh, what, I haven't checked in on this in a while.
Right. So then you have to follow up. Yeah. So just being on top of your stuff, which a lot of trainers, one of the things when I start coaching trainers in the mastermind group, one of the first things I ask is like, well, what is your business worth? How many sessions, how many clients do you have, previous clients, potential clients? What are you
Mm-hmm.
making each month? What are you expecting to make this year? And they have no idea.
Yeah.
And so just to be consistent, to follow up, you need to know that information to figure out what's working for your business, to figure out what other opportunities are out there, you know, and how you want to grow. So, and I think you're a great example of that. You obviously do it, you know, it takes a lot of work, but you also do it somewhat naturally, because it's just been so cool to see you grow so fast and have so many cool things going on in your business.